I did a Q&A on Insta the other day and I still had heaps of questions that I didn't end up answering. So I figured I'd just answer the rest here for you and make a lot of them around World Champs based. I'm going to an event today that's a TikTok hosted event. So it's in Sydney at the TikTok HQ and it's a women's in sport. They call it Game Changers event. Basically they're just pushing women's sports and there's going to be a whole lot of cool athletes there and a lot of TikTok creators and then cool athletes that are TikTok creators. So I'm going to be a panelist. There's, on my panel at least, I think there might be a couple of panels, but on my panel it's myself and then Nicole Livingstone, who's also an Olympian and she's the head of the AFLW, the AFL Women's. She's a living legend, so it's really cool that I'm on the same panel as her. And then also the head of TikTok Sports. And then we get interviewed and stuff, and then I'm grabbing the TikTok phone and I'm running around doing a bunch of interviews and little like fun little quirky things. I'm very excited. I have about half an hour. There are a heap of questions I didn't get around to asking, so I'm going to answer them now. I'm going to put them up on the bed. So my first question, my mirror's down here by the way, if you're wondering why I'm looking down here, is what is your pre-game snack? I posted this on my Instagram every single game day, but half an hour before we leave for the bus, the team bus, I go down with Gabby, our goalkeeper, one of my best mates, and we get a banana and a coffee. And my coffee order, before you ask, is a double shot iced latte. But I actually like playing on a reasonably empty stomach. I don't like, obviously, to feel full and feel weighed down in the pool. I won't have a big meal before a game. So a coffee and a banana. Next question, post-game snack. It depends how tough the game was. If I am exhausted from the game and it was like close, really intense, I can't eat for a while. I have to force myself to eat. Base layers SPF. I actually don't know why I started with my eyeliner there. At World Championships and the Olympics and things like that, actually really any international championship, you don't get a choice, you eat whatever the hotel provides you and that's that. So every single day for for lunch and dinner, it's pretty much the same meal and then breakfast is different. It's the exact same meal, so you eat what is there. Have you guys qualified for the Olympics? Not yet. So World Champs was the first qualifying opportunity. When I answered this on Instagram as well, a lot of people were confused. They were like, well, don't you just go? Doesn't every country in the world go? But no, especially for water polo. For the women's, only 10 teams go. For the boys, 12 teams go. Us and one other sport, I think it might be soccer, are the only sports in the whole Olympics that have an uneven amount of male and female teams. Women have 10 spots and it's 2 qualify a first and second place at the World Championships. 1 spot is always the home country, so the Olympics are in Paris, the home country gets an automatic bid. 5 for each region of the world, so each continent, obviously excluding some, so it's Oceania, the Asias, Africas, Americas, Europe. So yep, and then there's 2 spots left and I think that's for first and second place at Worlds next year. So if we had come first or second we would have qualified, but we didn't. So New Zealand, usually we also just qualify straight away because we get the Oceania continent spot. But this year, New Zealand have challenged us for that spot. So we are going on next Wednesday to New Zealand, flying out, and we play a 3-game test series against New Zealand, and then whoever wins that takes the Oceania spot. Hopefully by my next video, we would have qualified. He just sounds like the cutest little sleeping baby. Ugh, that's not that cute, is it? Okay, next question. Do you have any pre-game rituals or superstitions? I try not to, no, because, I mean, every athlete's different and a lot of athletes do. Some girls on my team definitely do. I try not to because I just want to go in there playing water polo. I don't want to get distracted by superstitions and things that I can't control. If I can control it, then sure. Like, at the end of my warm-up, I always listen to the same song. I'm not going to tell you what that song is, but I listen to the exact same song and that's when I like know it's game time. It's my real pump-up song. I can keep that one pretty consistent. But aside from that, not really. Obviously, I do have my coffee and my banana before each game, but if something happened and I wasn't able to do that, it wouldn't be the end of the earth for me. What's your next competition? That's the New Zealand Olympic qualifiers. We start camp on Sunday. So what's the date today? Friday, and then we go New Zealand on Wednesday. So we've got like a 3-day, 2.5 day camp. Do you get to choose your roomie or are you just given it? So on tours, we were away for 5 weeks. So your roommate and we share. Jesus. Damn. First part of tours, when we're in, so we went to Singapore and then we had a camp in Kirishiki in Japan and then we went to World Champs, which is in Fukuoka. First bit, so when we were in Singapore and Kirishiki, we don't get to choose. That's just random. And then for World Champs, you put in your 3 preferences. but so far, I hope they don't change it. Every World Champs or Olympics, I've been with Gabby. You put in your 3 preferences, and I think our manager and our coach sort of sort it out based on like seniority. They give them their first preferences and then hopefully try to give everyone at least one of their 3 preferences, but it doesn't always work out. But I've always been with Gabby for World Champs, and we're a team, we work really well together, because you gotta know like when your roomie wants their space, when you can like piss them off and stuff like that. So yeah, the roomie situation's huge, and I'm lucky that they always put me with Gab. Does your mental health affect how you play in a game? I try not let it. It's hard, and we have a team like psych that helps work through strategies and stuff. Most elite teams do have a team psych, and she's a godsend, and you know, she works through processes for each of us individually and as a team to not let your mentals affect you. And I think that's a huge thing as an athlete, is to figure out what works for you so that your mentals aren't affected by, well, your game isn't affected by your mentals. What's the plan for the next 6 months? So I've said before, we have Olympic qualifiers, and then after the Olympic qualifiers, I am going to go back to America until the end of the year, and do one semester with them to try and get as far ahead of my degree as possible. So that will take me until December, and then I come back here and I'm fully with the Australian team in preparation for the Paris Olympics from December onwards, and the Olympics are in July, August. So turns out I'm really running out of time, so I'm going to quickly film my outfit options and then I'll finish the Q&A when I get home. This is outfit 1. Let's go this way. Just with sneakers, because it's not like an outrageously fancy event and I'm trying to like tone it down a little bit, be a bit more casual. Okay, that's 1. Oh, let's take the hair out. This is 2, but I reckon it's too dressy. Again. Actually, this might be it. I think I like it. I don't think it's too dressy. The sneakers tone it down. Maybe I'll have a casual bag too. Alright. Okay, I'm en route. Guys, I look gorgeous. Look at this. Where can I set you up? I'll talk to you later. I'm back from the event. It was a success. It was so fun. Let me zoom out. The event was called TikTok Game Changers Women in Sport, and I was a panelist. So I was a panelist with 2 other really cool. Nicole Livingstone is one. She's an Olympian swimmer, and she's the head of the AFL Women's, and she's making huge progress for them, and their organisation is just taking off under her leadership, and it's really cool to see, and I'm jealous, and she's a weapon, and I love her. And the other was Harish, who is the global head of sports on TikTok. Anyway, so I figured I'm home now, I'm gonna get out of my jumpsuit, gonna take my makeup off. I didn't end up actually doing much. All I have is mascara, some eyeliner, a little bit of concealer, and my eyebrows, blush, and maybe, no, I didn't do bronzer, and that's all. So I don't actually have much to take off, but I thought I'd finish asking the rest of my questions. The other part of the event was I went around interviewing people and interviewing athletes and female creators, asking them some fun questions, and then also questions about like how the women in sports movement is going, how TikTok's helping that, and all that kind of stuff. So it was really fun, and I met a lot of cool people, I made some friends, I got some networking, some connections going. So it was an overall success. And guys, I looked great, look. Fun fact, this was actually my year 12 formal outfit that I brought back out for the occasion. I can't remember the last question that I asked, so I'm just going to pick another random one. This one says, do you wear a mouth guard? I used to all the time. Getting a mouth guard fit was like a whole ordeal. I decided I don't actually really like playing with a mouth guard in. And I do get hits, like look, actually at my lip currently, that's from, I got hit in the face and my lip went through my tooth. But it's fine. And it's not enough to make me wear it again. A lot of people do wear it. I wore it in juniors especially. I don't like the feeling in it wearing one, so no, I don't. What do you have to be careful about when shooting? in what this is like a very water polo specific one. But I think counter-attack's going the other way. You don't want to shoot if there's a drive going, and you don't want to shoot if the defenders are up in the lanes ready to go on counter-attack. You gotta, in those situations, time it, and usually if you're the point player at the top, it's not your shot to take. You've pretty much got to set up the other people unless there's like 2 seconds left and the people are covering for you, telling you to shoot. So yeah. I'm a centre though, I don't do that kind of stuff. I leave that up to the other girls, and then when the ball comes into me, if the defender's in the wrong spot, I'm going to shoot no matter what. Always go for the goal if you're a centre. What position do you play? I'm a centre. I just said it. So I'm the one in the middle. I'm sort of trying to create a zone, trying to create havoc for them to either feed me the ball, and then if I get the ball, I can shoot during exclusion, get a penalty. Or if the defenders are zoning onto me, then it opens up the outside players to shoot. So I create space. If I get the ball, then I try to do some damage. Since you're back home, is there a type of food that you miss that's back in the US? Not really. I'm supposed to be getting unready here as well. Is there a type of food I miss in the US? No. But when I'm in the US, I miss a lot of foods from back here. I don't love the food in America. Unpopular opinion, I think it's all... Actually, I don't even know if this is unpopular, but I think American food's overprocessed and it doesn't make my tummy feel good. So there's actually not much of it that I miss. I do miss the free meals though at the athlete site. So we get free breakfast, lunch, but the lunch closes at 5 PM, so you take dinner, there's takeaway boxes. I miss that, but aside from that, there's not a food that I miss. After a tour, after we came back from Japan, I did miss cheeseburgers and like a big hearty meal, but I wouldn't say that I crave that. I just needed that in that moment because I'd been eating rice for 4 weeks straight. At World Championships, did you watch other games from the crowd, like the finals? No. During the round games, we wouldn't stay and watch the opponents. We would watch it back at the hotel so we could get our rest and recovery in as well. And then we have a filmer, team filmer, who stays at the games and he films it and then distributes the games to all of us to go and watch it and scout the opponents. And then the finals and stuff, no, we didn't go watch because we were salty that we didn't make them. So we weren't going to go watch. I know other teams did, but we were so close to it that it would have just hurt to watch, honestly. So we all opted out of that. We went out for dinner instead as a team. And that was that. Okay. Have you been watching any of the Women's World Cup? Yes, I have. Go the Matildas. I love you guys. My name is Matilda, so I have to. Us beating Canada was unreal. They're the Olympic champions and we beat them by 4 goals, and that was to survive. Like, if we didn't lose that, we would have had a really... Actually, we would have been eliminated if we had lost. If we had drawn, there was like some hope. Okay, be downstairs, Deseki. Okay, looks like I'm pressing pause again because I'm going out for dinner and drinks with mum and dad. This is the fit. We're going to the bolo, so this is... I changed my mind, this is the fit. Never pass up an opportunity to go do something with your parents. If they ask you to go somewhere, always say yes. That's like my #1 tip in life. I stand by it. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon.